Maneva na sema PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there osia dem yopo.
Yeah. See, that is the kind of people. You see, Ghana for before we say oh person who need pursue by. If you want to see a true character of a Ghanaian, maniska na money to me. So when MPP for obedi akonya, so now do so much power cho and all those kind of stuff. Now in Crawford in Ghana for muntu abamai. At that point, when people then knew them, they saw me very arrogant. No, people that didn't agree. But now Mukreskan, they are very arrogant. In opposition, sometimes people demonstrate against opposition for. Officer Papa also ankama, and then Crawford, come opposition, and no more banner demonstration, BT or mango, but quack or tuna comes on TD and Omoka. He wouldn't have done that. But I know to me it doesn't need you. Because when you read to me, then they think that their survivor is on Reagan, their survivor is on intimidation, their survivor is on how much they can put out there, but not who kukrumutina rebede. So I now come to your question and say NDC has been ready to take over power after 2016 elections. We knew very well. We call social media. I think I have a story there. Right after 2016, and I say Ghanaians will regret voting against the NDC. And then we come back to Ghana for better. So they have regretted. And they are looking for the opportunity to bring back Joma. Minister can even share. Oh, Scapa. So Mshiana knows you, Honorable. It's Mufa John Mahama Mbre. On some fine court, I want to train 2016 year pen a chain. This is a stout NPP man. But he says, Sena, which 2016 are better than it is today. And now they prefer that we bring back Sa Ahuchreno. Because that Ahuchreno was giving $3.9 to a CD 3.9 to $1. Today it is almost 12. If I call 15. And it's now between 12 and the same 15 because 11, 12 on here interbank rate. Bank nankasa alcohol $1 ni binto. So forest bureaus no work a client no ma top on the kakra 12 to 13. A honor so open dodua unya. Where you will get it is the black market.
If we do already, considering enrollment. Me and interview with a United Nations representative. And what he's saying is one of the difficulties with Africans, particularly places like Ghana and Nigeria, is you have some people, I would say, only Nebuchadnezzar belongs to this party. Even when they are dying, they know they are hungry. They know things are going well. They still want to stand for that.
No, but it's not only peculiar to the African continent. It's everywhere. That is why even in the United States, in UK, to about you baby like for instance in US, you say higher Democrat, higher blue, higher red. We are there traditionally. And into the NDC MPP, we are more core membership here. Then it's everywhere. But there are instances where a true MPP has defected to the NDC before.
Yes.
Knowing very well, so the correct one. Yeah. So we are then Kotoko is not performing, but me Kotoko need to Liverpool is not performing, but Liverpool we are then but there are some people who will base their going to the stadium on performance of a team.
Yes.
And no be Ghana this time around. Say the 10% now would decide on any elections now. John Mahama and the NDC will get about 8 out of the 10, and that will win us the power.
Okay. Because we heard 2016, imagine you call Ashanti region. In 2016, the total percentage, for Mahama was 36.9, but now they are very high. So I think it's 71.64 in 2020 for Nana. Then in Mahama was 26.08. Catching up, Ashanti region say. But imagine, it's too big. What is the NDC doing to catch up? Because
okay, it's not you see, like we have said before, your baby or traditional seats for political parties. Into the NDC boast of the voter region, the NPP boast of the Ashanti region. But you see, there were times where a wind of change, when it begins to blow, it widens your margin.
Yeah.
You know what wind of change does? The wind of change, and say, will be naturally going to Abana, will be PI because he wants a change. Until you see what I'm saying of naturally, and by elections, the turnout is very low, but in a sense of it was very high. So the reason is that now man for both the kind of role the NPP and Nanado Baumianum in the politics of a sense of. So they decided to show them a lesson. So we believe very well, sir. In 2016, the wind of change, Emma and Nanado vote on through
61.82%.
In Ashanti region, we had almost about 75% of vote. But in 2020, it came down. You don't believe that it came down than the but for incumbency advantage, whatever they did, and a mobile even to 71% of the vote, which means that they are coming down because now the wind of change, are moving away from the NPP and it's moving to the NDC. Ghana for are looking for the NDC as saviors of the country. Ghana for are looking at John Mahama, say Omrambeji Omaino. Because Ashanti region now use you as an example. Let me tell you, and I'm in say there is a second phase of KJTR project. KJTR was started by John Mahama. I'm a deputy minister in Ashanti region, and the Kate sword. Brazilians need to take it over. In KJTR, the KJTR now back down. In 2 years, they have put up KJTR into a modern structure. And then, KJTR. Since you told KJTR, you can still go and trade in Suon thanks to John Mahama. The second phase of the KJTR project is a central market. Until we move phase by phase near the way near Bubuno, near Sesi. As you speak now, 7 years of Nanado's administration, central market has not seen 30% completion. It is a whole Ashanti region. Now we dig our central market near 2 of Runia baby intina. Abino so is not completing the project because when you get the opportunity, you're sure say you be a back catcher say Abine way. In Ashanti region, John Mahama and the NDC. Again, I'm a deputy minister in Ashanti region. Let me tell a story. But can be by my son Kanwa. I'm a deputy minister for youth and sports. In Ghana, boy, a last match World Cup qualifier against Zambia. That night, I called Japan with KLM. KLM to 10 o'clock. So at 8, there was someone checking in. Now I say Ghana born also be pong 5:30 in Kumasi. At that time, the airport we call the international airport, about 5 o'clock, we are playing to mean 6, playing to mean 2. Meanwhile, I'm watching us about pong. It's a pong near see a call by road to Accra. We do not plane either. So what do we do? What we did was that we have to risk everybody life. We called for the military aircraft. The military jet can fly at half mast. As such, they say, "Senka ebeko 1 kilometer and san na tour." Military they no call half a kilometer na two. So yam use anumum rather. Nyamfa players ni to be able to get to Kotoka and fly out. Now they used to do 2 years because a kind of light be any so. Uni bobo. What in our classic bobo. Can I know? Yeah, crazy guma na so. And no, anywhere Accra, your friend is saying Kumasi airport for NDC runway, and my plane the firm here then at that point, then the visionary leader, John Dramani Mahama, said no, Kumasi needs a befitting airport.
Yeah.
Into the Edikan, you bear the friend aeronautical lighting system. They be installing lights for airport runway in Nania changing runway into a modern runway. Just a point by first and an portals also.
Yeah.
Into so we see na pilot in Edikan, just say, I'm sorry, we cannot get a smooth landing of what portal. John Mahama sealed all these portals, put in the lighting system, and now do me fly to Kumasi 11, 12 midnight because now the second phase was to build a modern and befitting terminal, which was going to last for 2 years. So the second phase terminal started in 2016 November. 2 years I was here. Now the dam Kufu about 7 years in terminal another home. Contractors or Muye Juma ho. The from contractor free UK up so hey or Central Market or Airport. They have packed their bags and baggage and left into projects in Naya. I standstill. Of course, a cool school ya tia siaba could be say obituary proposal mawa. Ube debate me up quack or kase what they are all right. But defending it will expose you.
Yes.
And Nanado and Nkrofo are not able to continue these projects, and it's become a standstill. The people of Ashanti region and any well-meaning Ghanaian if you want Kumasi to look like John Mahama wanted it to look, the only person to do that is John Dramani Mahama. Apart from that, BBN Jiminsi. So that airport is a standstill. Now, go to hospitals. 6 brand new hospitals against our deputy minister for Ashanti region. And I make us ask him. This is just a 4-year period of John Dramani Mahama. I think Ghanaians have not been fair to the man we are calling John Mahama. And there's no, some of us are not surprised. Say Amanfo are now seeing him as the Messiah. Some people are seeing him that say Ghana for and say Nkwanko for Papa we answer and Betina Kunyaswa and Yoma Behai. In 4 years, we see hospital Baku in 6. Wow. Brand new hospitals. 6 different hospitals. Menoka say in our Kangrum. Because we Afari was due for commissioning. It's a 600-bed hospital. Was due for commissioning in April 2017. April 2017, April 2018, April 2019, April 2020, 2021. Hospital in Timinye. This is a hospital that is going to employ almost about 2,000 nurses. Nurses for one. We have not talked about doctors, we have not talked about pharmacists, we have not talked about lab technicians, the whatever, laborers, accountants, and all these people. 6 hospitals, Kumau, Aferi, Konongo, Fomena, Tepa, and Bakwai. All these hospitals, Sewia, Ashanti region need a befitting hospital, a teaching hospital. A regional hospital. Konfanoche is a teaching hospital. It's not a regional hospital. John Mahama said, "You at the Amau. Atosu Hono, at Kumasi South in a regional hospital. But it's not befitting to a region like Ashanti region." Yeah. So John Mahama says that let's build a new hospital. So we have 250-bed hospital. I can't grow. So the only person to do that is the NDC, because that proposal of developing Ashanti to a modern state.
The Ashantis looking into this.
They are now looking at it. They are, because in the first term of Nana Danko Akufo-Addo, people were saying, "Oh, obey." I mean, obey. Kotokoda form obey. It's almost 90.
Promises, baby.
You see, that is one aspect. Because promises is making, realistically, it doesn't make sense. It makes sense. Just complete these projects we are talking about and say ODB Babe count. My real hospital, Miko schools, under the policy of community day secondary schools, Ashanti region, John Mahama decided we see almost about 10 of them. They will see your commission a year Jumankwara Adobera Bakoso Kwada so Agrikinzema, Dujama. I mean, 7 of them are complete. Near when we are free, so if we were 80%, 90% complete. I can't be seen now, no, and it tells only John Mahama and the NDC to come and do that. It is a member, Transidina Michelle, and I'm who say, will any Ashanti person make another mistake in 2024 to say, obey and trusted the power of the country into the hands of the NPP and Baumia? I don't believe so. More so, the NDC as a political party now believe very well, sir, the people will vote for us, but the system can change the results. So you're so particular about the system, about how elections are manipulated, how elections are managed. And we are doing everything possible to make sure, say, the Ghana for no betuno, and one ye be kind, and one ye be declare. That is our core mandate. And none of young executives, as we speak now, are doing everything possible. At least you show some signs in Kumau. You show some signs in Asenov. You show the same signs in the NDC parliamentary and presidential. For the first time, you hear primaries, both presidential parliamentary, BNC party BME in Ashanti region. We have done it with perfection. No, election beyond the Bekoye the amount. But yen to yen Ekoye because the NPP didn't get the opportunity to manipulate. Omunya ya nanka omanya almost about 80% of the victory, which they didn't because Oko election, you know, their projection was that Omba were in Kumau with 90%. We went into Kumau knowing very well that Kumau nye a stronghold. Kumau nye an area that we can hit our chest and say, see a better, winning. But we are going into Kumau to make a statement. The statement is that ma MPP form huna will be ma MPP form for vote in the day and fanka. It never happened.
Many I could see Amankwa Kasai about Kumau. And what he was saying is the MPP were giving money to people and then they were going to vote. And if they were doing that and he lost her, that means they would do that again and they would do that in all the other areas. Because some who have said it that they have a strategy and a plan to win.
Of course. You see, you may win at the point and you lose at the point. And
they get away with it.
No, but they didn't get it away with a sign of. And I who told you a sign of Manchester. So when Ghanaians become wiser, they'll tell you that you see can and toy. Kumau may have fallen victim to MPP for no matter, but not to everybody because in Kumau, your parliamentary candidate no vote in 2020. About 1,000 more votes in addition to the in 2020. The MPP could only manage 100 votes in the year and the count. To Yang is the statement we wanted to make. The Kumau for where some genuine people will resist the temptation. You call a saying of near Kumau as a case study for them. So look, contractors no do Kugu Kumau no money in assets or master ceremony just after the by-elections. Sikano de man microphone no we will be and whom they will do same in a saying of. The people of Asenov looked at Kumau and said no. We won't sit down for them to fool us. Into Omudi 200 per each. Okay. But Wajia no asa to abano de actually some 20. And that is exactly what the Ghanaian people will do.
Well, I don't know, no see Omudi na chick my making sure say nipa natural dey no.
No, you can't do that. You can't.
Okay.
You can't do it. You are limited to baby Albeko. But that is not to say Omanti. We were there, we saw that they were doing it. We resisted some of them and they are there. We believed very well, say a beer, the people will see wisdom between the two. But Kumaufo rather fell to the untruth. And then so
vote buying
because no, but vote buying, when you allow yourself, you'll be bought. Anything I make just say NDC now, no. Our core duty is to check the system. In a second for number 2 they will vote for us. But the system that will turn the results. Like we were able to convince the people of Asenov, said Tuaba, a best Sanwa Bravo, Tuaba, a day in Puntu Baba. And then over almost about 4,000 nurses are in Kashanti Regional Hospital, 6 Nobel employment in our Mutifi. So if you want to work as a professional nurse, you don't need me to convince you that vote for John Dramani Mahama, because he will come and complete these hospitals for you to get work. We are teaching now now because ye nya baby nko found conco ye argument ye be a friend licensure exams the aba. Okochura wa being said then cry near team because they don't have it. Ne wo schools be bria akamuram schools ni area e be here fresh teachers. In fact, we have to even go and beg people to come and teach. Ewo ho na so obeto abama obi a obekoso ama watena fi say until you pass a licensure exams untimi nya school move fan kono. You choose between the two, which one will you want to vote for?
Because I say Kennedy Japan mentioned say Baumia had 2 votes within the NPP that promise or tired or promise it or you sue government machinery to do it. And if it's happening there, then the likelihood of it happening.
Oh no, of course, you can't say it means it. But the vote, Sika can Baumia de to delegates who a NPP conference and I said delegates need na sebi in Nimiansa and could be on to Baba Hokrama Kennedy no Matuama a lunch Martin because now Baumia Sika no super. But the view of Honoma is not about Sika now, they brain. It's about whether you can do it.
Yes.
And some people who believe, and today, per our assessment, if it's say John Mahama is the better person to rule this country, I am more than the ones that you bet me this guy at the atom. So, young executives, your mandate is to make sure that system will not favor a year will be against yang. We will make sure that Ghana for never kujina line so more to abano or move vote number 2 and 1 year behind and 1 year be declared. And whoever wins will be declared the winner. That is our core mandate as executives. And me as a national organizer will be spearheading exercise. And that's why we are assuring everyone say near the we're taking it into the 2024 elections. John Mahama is winning the elections, whether Nanado Pio, Kufuado Opio, Baumia Opio, Jane Mensa Opio, John Mahama will be president of Ghana in 2024, as long as the people will vote for him.
Thank you. Now, recently, a few days ago, it was over to make a bit more about the incident in Siwo, the constituency on Friday, October 13th, which is when a group of individuals stormed the premises, causing property damage and assaulting a journalist in the process. So what is that?
Oh, of course. You see, a very unfortunate.
That's
a very unfortunate incident that SC and the Arahosem Amanphobia are trying to equate it to the COU TV where MPP do a tax call near there. But you see, these are two very different incidents near the SC. So we, as a party, regional executives have condemned the attack on the journalists, and the national executives have done same to condemn it. I'm a co-feder to even want to talk to management of the station here. I don't know, and everybody is condemning what happened. But you see, these are part of the political exercise, a vetting process and a course. And people come with their supporters and things. Some of them may not be happy, say, be a candidate to be either qualified or disqualified. And at that point, it's not a deliberate attempt on the journalist. But some of you go to war, want to cover the war, and mistakenly, I'm not sure that people really wanted to kill you guys, but hazards of the job so as a result of yentie huasi no BBC, and that is why the NDC is quick to apologize, and quick to want to say
apologize. But the NPP, for instance, Hesi Odri, no one say Moko NDC for saying say hooliganism. This is something the history of the party or hooligans.
So one incident about this the same person, no or mountains a bonfire. So you didn't see that a whole number of about 30 men were sent by the MPP from the national headquarters to go and attack a whole media house. So, but whom is one incident where political party for being two or within the structures of their own party. In the elections of the MPP, will be any say. Just recently, or more than any say, he's in Norway. Norway, no co Mecca, no co Bompire. Well, who is that? So that's why I'm saying that they are trying very hard to equate, but because now the Ghanaian people see the difference. The whole Canada Japan can say, I'll show the president, I'll show down. Yes. Because you are born on crop vote, baby. You are preventing crop from going to vote. You want to equate it to people who think that a candidate, whether qualified or disqualified, and they don't understand what is going on. It didn't stop the process. The process went on because they were able to explain matters to them. And I'm very sure, say, yes, after being explained to, have regretted by now. Say, maybe we took it to a certain level. But these are passions that follow political activities. Unfortunately, a journalist was assaulted in the course of the event. What they know better to the media freedom who are cause Ghana. You are wrong. What they better to know how the MPP are running down and looking down on media houses. You are wrong. You see, but we have condemned it and will continue to condemn it.
The youth, it seems like it's happening to all the parties. NDC having problems with youth and things are not going well. You see, MPP, so like UTV, it's happening. Things are changing in terms of the political landscape. The youth of Ghana.
No, as far as the NDC is concerned, I mean, I sure say you can only raise this issue throughout the primaries in the BBR. So it tells you that in the NDC, we have tried as much as possible to let people understand. Say, BB how now in TSA, you still have the good channels to want to operate. This all the able to or more on betting a real law court. Judge dear Samuel Butu now found here and Crawford. You are comparing grapes to oranges. Because young Crawford to me, sorry, near Konya Kui, the whole security coordinator for office near Betonakone, Abonte. Young Crawford waiting me, I pass go to a media house and go and beat somebody. Young Crawford waiting me a coon journalist just because of some intel of a strong person be a system. Oh, Crawford media house be it me my order says Saki will be simply because any panaba or expose you too much. When you say Ghana for you are wrong. Unko bull namun country say MPP for ne A, B, C, and D. Ghana for is the MPP. So let's hit straight to them.
Sir, recently, Kennedy mentioned about tribal and religious politics and accusing Bahumia of that. Could that also impact on NDC? Tribal using tribal politics, using religion or religious politics to kind of get votes. Because what he's saying is Bahumia is trying to push for the Pentecostal churches and become over friendly with them and making himself a Muslim here and a Christian here, trying to get...
No, but I know you're more party, Mwasam.
But could that impact on NDC?
How would it impact on the NDC?
Because the same thing, if he becomes a party aspirant, he will still continue the same thing.
To go and do what?
To encourage the churches to vote for him.
And the churches in the Bay.
Well, we won't be able to know until 2024.
So let's get there and talk about it. But I mean, in their political party, if he's been accused of co-Pentecostals now. The Pentecostals are not delegates. I want to talk about and decide who the flag bearer of the NPP should be. But I think that whoever will be their flag bearer, we are going to face the Ghanaian people. It's not about religion. It's not about tribe. It's about when a new Nyansa Idibumai. And it's going to be a comparison between the two political parties. It's going to be a comparison between two individuals. When the end of the way, I say offhand, I am mentioning projects that John Mahama did when I was a deputy minister. I can't dear not would diminish any day would be dimachi. So Ghanaians will be waiting to hear the side of the MPP that in 8 years will buy a wire delaying. And that is what is going to influence the voting pattern of the people. Ghana will be asking, say in 8 years, nipa dodo saying enya adwuma and a year prevailing than any other times. That a lot of Ghanaians are leaving the country. Everybody wants to travel out of the country. He prefers to die in somebody's land than to die in his own land, simply because I'm a. And if we are in Tiauka, just yesterday, I was told it's a national lotteries for 2 months from September in Tiauka. There are people and for your market 28 sometimes it enter into even the second week of the month, then they talk about it. And people are not getting access to quality education, quality health care, simply because Abanwe doesn't have what it takes to provide. And they go there, people are dying. Dialysis, so this is happening. Ufi say Ghana for no look at religious idea and decide say people should continue to die. Those that are diagnosed of kidney issues, or here dialysis to survive. Or because I plead with the Pentecostal church and I'm a member of the Pentecostal church. You shouldn't look at Ghanaians in that level. Whoever is looking at it from that angle, well, it's your own thing. But we are going into the people. We are telling them what Mahama in 4 years. We are not even bringing the late Mills administration into 4 years. Yamani beye omanpenyi. Dien na woye. Dien na wenti miyanye. Himfan wujano. Abayin bi baye watuaso. On tuaso, does he have what it takes to continue? And don't forget that in 2020 manifesto, there was something we call the big push. The big push is that project BIA. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Shasiye. And now the Danko Akufo and Aban or Majama Nakamura. Immediately John Mahama is declared the winner. All contractors should move back to site. Start the project. Project Shasiye contractors are going to get back money. When they pay their workers have dependents. Almost also will survive well. There will be a lot of money in the system. Then after all,
where will it come from? Where would the money come from in the system?
No, but when you cut waste, a labor conference just a few days ago, and the leader of the labor conference in his speech, then when he's talking about flying private jets, doesn't make sense. John Mahama will not be flying private jets and will be saving that money.
But in this country, the parliament will not accept it.
Oh, but he made a statement out of that. If they say it's wrong, they should go and take him on. But I am quoting him and I'm siding it to the Ghanaian example. So we believe very well, say waste in the system. When you cut it, there's a lot of it in the system. Secondly, projects now are coming, and the projects themselves will feed the project. And we will make sure that wherever there is money to continue these projects, we are going to allow it to continue. Infrastructure expansion brings about job creation. a dynamo nipa bebre na metimi akwa damu and ntini ye be expand the infrastructure. You expand the infrastructure, it will bring up employment. You bring up employment, it is going to bring money into the system. People are going to survive on people, and for that matter, system will now begin to revive around itself, and we'll have stability. And then before we even start anything, we are going to kickstart the stagnant progression in the country. And that will bring back money into the system. That will bring back jobs into the system. That will bring back money into the system. Then we move on and add new projects.
Dedi kama amena PENDREAM TV ase. Now so far so good. Say open online portal e wo Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.